beginning my first actual stream of a game. This is the beginning of Little Nightmares. I admit that I am not the world's best gamer. I have taken several years off between playing games when I was working full time. And now I am starting to game again and trying to put some content on here, checking it out. I have played this game a little bit before and kind of got stuck in a location and decided that I needed to take a break out of frustration because I knew what I needed to do at the time. I was just unable to execute what that was, which I won't tell you right now. Whenever you come across these little lights, it's kind of like a save spot, I guess you could say, that if you die, it'll bring you back here. And you don't have a lot of moves thus far. And trying to remember what some of them are because it has been several weeks since I have played this game. And why I can't grab this door, I don't know. This I do know I need to grab. There we go. And you can crawl through tunnels, turn your light on so you can see. Again, not the best gamer, but this is kind of a fun game. When I got stuck and I took my little break, because I didn't get super far into this game, a friend of mine who is a big gamer suggested that this would be a great game to begin streaming because it is not one that is apparently done very often by new people. It is, from her perspective, done by, people who have a lot more recent experience in gaming than I do. So I'm just going to say, I've tried opening these before. I have not been successful in opening these, so I don't think they're intended to be opened. That I'm just kind of figuring things out as I go along. If this is a game you've played before and I'm missing something, I apologize. I have tried not to look up any content related to this game. I know I break these statues and something happens, but I'm not really 100% positive as to what it is that happens. I just know that you find them, you break them, and something good supposedly happens. I know that sounds ridiculous, but again, not wanting to read up on it. You can climb up on the furniture a little bit. I haven't really found anything over here. One of the cool things about this game is you can look up and around using the arrow keys and kind of see what's going on around you. Downside is that this really side-scrolling type of deal is about the only view you get. The vast majority of these kind of doors you walk past you can't open. I'm just kind of looking around so you can see what's in the room. Not a whole lot. Sometimes you'll see a puddle like that. Sometimes it's blood. Sometimes you can slip and fall on it. Sometimes you can grab things and move them. Not in this particular case. I'm just kind of showing you that you can. You can jump and grab onto certain things. That is too tall, so you can't, but you can here. And as you can see, there's another little door here on the wall. So basically fall through, and here is a lovely long pair of legs apparently hanging through a hole in the ceiling. It's very tall furniture, and you can pick up lovely little things like this and drop them or sort of throw them around. Some items you can throw around. I think there's several spots where there's toilet paper. I find it funny. This is part of the game that I have played before, and I do remember. So you'll be able to tell, I think, when I know more of what I'm doing and when I don't. There are areas that I know a little bit of what I'm doing, but I just really suck at executing them like that. Um, so we'll see. It's how you open doors. This game is fairly forgiving at the beginning, because it doesn't introduce you to too many monsters right off the bat. There is something that's going to come up here momentarily. There are these little dudes, and I can't remember where he's hiding at, that come out and they will startle you periodically. The first time, last time I played this, and like I said, I got frustrated and got stuck. I wasn't really sure what these guys are, but then partway through, I think I got through maybe 2 chapters, I discovered that these little dudes that you can come across are my friends. Sometimes you find places like this and you can crawl in them, sometimes you cannot. This is one that I discovered that I could crawl through in another light. I must not have found him yet because there's a little dude that I was just talking about that usually I follow into here. I shouldn't say usually because it's been once, but he might be in here. I can't remember where he's hiding at. Sometimes they give you little clues, like the handprints on the refrigerator going, hey, maybe something might be here. There he goes. I don't know if you saw him run off to the side. Sometimes when they run, and if he's in here, you'll see him in a moment. And you can find them, like right now he's warming himself by the fire that I lit. I discovered that you can, if I can turn here, you can pick him up and hug him. And when you put him down, he'll sort of be your friend. Sometimes they will follow you around as much as they can. And then you leave the room and they often stay behind. It's dark because I didn't hit my light there. Hopefully the video quality when I looked it up on my test run was pretty decent and you could see what was happening. This game is intended when you do the settings that it is dark and mysterious, I guess you could say. So you're not really 100% sure. And these guys are very dangerous. They will kill you. I'm not really sure 100% what they are. They're very slug-like creatures. A lot of times when I'm going through an area where they fall, you can see them on the ceiling. I will zip through and out as fast as I can because they are, again, things that will kill you. You see switches on the wall. You can grab them and open doors. And you can see they're coming and following me, so I'm getting out of here. You can just run and jump across here. Sometimes you have to speed run and jump across, and then you'll get in locations, and then that will happen. A door will go down. And I like to just, show you there's not really a whole lot that's visible here. Again, not the world's best gamer, so if I am missing something, I'm sure there's a professional out there somewhere going, oh, this girl doesn't know what she's doing, and they would be correct. I am still learning. And you can see very, very faintly, there's a guy here. And I'm going to try to do this carefully because I know from past experience the last time that if I don't do this right, I will fall into a bad place, and I don't want to do that. It is likely to happen. And there's the lantern. I don't know. I've never succeeded. Nope. I think it's designed that you just fail here, to be honest with you. But this is another land of the slugs, and you're kind of in this little tarry, bloody pit. And I need to get out of here ASAP again before they kill me. And run and jump across. And now, for the moment, I am safe. another sort of, you die, you will come back somewhere near this vicinity spot. Not really anything over here again other than my ability to climb up, if I do it right. There is a little gnome fellow over here that I have yet to have caught. Don't want to fall down here. He tends to disappear as soon as I get over here. I think it's funny, you can pick up the little cans and throw them around. And you can look around up here. When I did this, when I first played, it took me a little bit to get through this, so like I said before, if it looks like it's a little too easy, this is because these are parts I have done it the one time and then reminded myself of the moves so I could play. A lot of my issues come from the fact that I used to be, and will probably eventually stream some Skyrim, and I used to be really good with keyboard gaming, and since I haven't played in a very long time, I have lost some of my abilities. Now this is an area that as soon as I let go of this, as you can see, the light came on to the right, which is behind me. If I don't basically speed run over there and get through there, I will not get through that door in time. So I'm going to shut up for a minute and concentrate on trying to get through that door. All right, got it. Some locations are very close when it comes to that sort of thing. There are some boxes here, and as you can see, there's a hole in the wall. It's really funny because normally I've slipped and fallen a couple times by now. I have not done that yet, which is kind of surprising. One of my little gnome friends pops out of here, and it would be helpful if I hit the right keys. And he goes in here. As I was saying before, I always lose him. He does not show up in this room at all. Before I move ahead, in a moment, this is going to scroll up, and you're going to get the first view of the boss. I guess you'd call him the boss for this area. He's kind of creepy looking way up there. You don't get a great view of him. That is one area I did get through when I played before. Not too far, like I said, beyond that. Climbing up this rope, and sometimes it does that, and you end up going backwards when you didn't mean to, and it just looks ridiculous. But you gotta be careful because you can do that and die. Lovely. So you will see that it will take me back just a little bit to this room, which means I get another attempt at my little gnome friend. You need to hit the shift button to run fast through there, and apparently I am not good at hitting the shift button quickly in that situation. Here's our bad guy friend again, up at the top. I shouldn't say friend, he's definitely not a friend. So we're gonna climb this long thing again, and hopefully I will not fail at getting through the door again. Alright. When you see places like that, your little character, whose name I did find out is Six, which I think is really funny. See, there's a lantern in the corner. 6 puts me in mind of 11 from Stranger Things. I don't know if that was intentional or completely an accident. I'm going to guess that it was intentional. There is a rat running around in here. As you can see, there's a switch on the left side wall, and there is a door that is clearly electrified. If you look up and around, you can see the wires connecting the two. Wonder what I'm supposed to do with that. So you can jump up here, climb up onto the old-fashioned potties. There's shelves, which I'm too short to get to. Some places you can grab onto those. In this instance, again, because I've been through this particular part, I know I need to move this and to where I can grab that switch. Now, I'm going to intentionally make a mistake on the next part so you can see what's in there. The light goes out, and I'm going to run over to that door that was electrified, and I can now slip through. This room is really a cool room. I will say that when I played this last time, I spent a lot of time in this room trying to figure out what on earth I was supposed to do. There's a lot of fingerprints and things like that on the wall, which sometimes are an indicator of something. If this means anything, I have yet to figure it out. I've tried pushing on it and any moves that I have available to me. It's kind of like a playroom. As you can see, there's teeter-totters and blocks, which you can run through and knock over and pick up and throw. There's some swings. You can pull out some of these drawers. I don't remember which ones offhand. And climb up. That one, it doesn't. They kind of fool around with you a little bit as to what you can and can't open and climb up on. Sometimes I've noticed it'll sort of glitch out a little bit. So, you can spend a lot of time in this room because it is very deceptive. We've got a merry-go-round. If you actually grab onto, you can make it spin. You can get on it and ride around on it when it's spinning, which I think is kind of fun. And I broke the train, which is fine because it makes noise. And if you're in here a long time and you don't know what you're doing, you will probably be like me and get a headache from the train. So as you can see, there's another door electrified, and you can see that there's some pipes running around, and again, you are trying to figure out how in the heck you get through that door because there does not appear. Nice ashtray in the playroom, by the way. You can figure stuff out. So I spent a lot of time playing around with this teeter-totter, seeing if that had anything to do with it, playing around with the swings. Now I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to throw the ball out of the way or move the ball. You can kick it too. As you can see, there's handprints on the wall. I open the drawer, climb up, and climb up. And I'll turn on my little light. There's not really anything up here but a bunch of toys and this handy dandy little hole in the wall, which you can crawl through. And we end up back in here. Now, luckily for me, this is where I left it. So after you've spent all that time kind of messing around in the other room trying to figure out why you can't get out that door and turn off that electricity, you will eventually realize that you have to do it here and then use your, and I'm failing at this right this moment, your speed running abilities and some jumping abilities over toys and things that you've knocked over previously. Here, I tripped. And then you can get through this door pretty much just in time, as you could see before. It gets the electricity turned back on. I've tried everything to open these doors. Again, lots of doors I've come across I can't open. Some of these doors are a little different from others. I find it interesting that there's just a pile of blocks sitting in here. I've tried throwing them at things in this room because you can do that in some spots I've discovered. But thus far I have failed to make anything happen. This room, you're going to find out momentarily, is also very interesting. I'm going to hide. And you can see the eyeball light going around, and you notice there are several dusty, charred bodies on the ground. Does not bode well for my little character. You'll see this guy, eyeball, whatever you want to call it, in several different places. And because I'm talking, I'm a little slow at this at the moment, so you have to wait until it's safe for you to go by. If you do not do this correctly, he will start to kill you and turn you into dust, like those guys. If you get out of the light in time, you will be safe. If you don't get out of the light in time, you will die, and you will have to do this part over like when I died before. Now, there's a lantern up there I need to light. And then before I get up there, I just want to point out that there is a little gnome guy sitting in a cage right there. So can't get into there from here. There is no entrance that I have found over here. You can kind of see through around the side-scrolling wall into the next room on occasion. Luckily for me, I have discovered that, get my hands back on the right keys, I do not get killed by that guy once I am over here. So I can kind of move around safely. I can light my little lantern. And then I have to kind of climb up and around. Now, I'm not going to go up there yet. Turn on my light. I'm going to come down here. And you can see the little gnome guy just ran through the cage. So I'm going to follow into this tiny little closet of a room. There's another lantern. And again, I don't know exactly what happens. You hear the little chimes going, but he will become my friend. I've tried climbing and jumping on some of the things in here in the past. I'm not going to do it right now, but nothing really else in this room besides following him and hitting that lantern that I have found without cheating and looking up, what I'm missing. Maybe once I've actually made it through the game, then I'll go back and do some reading and say, oh, how did you miss that? Or, what's going on? How did you not see that? Or, oh, that's what that meant when I broke that statue. So, now I'm going to go back up here and check out the area above. I am safe from him, like I said, up here. You've got doors here. Again, none of which in my first time through here I was able to figure out how to open. Usually the doors you can open that I came across had a handle like the one I jumped on from the chair earlier. And then we have a really creepy bedroom with the eye. More puddles on the floor. Lots of handprints. Sometimes it behooves you to shut the door. Sometimes it does not. And this one it will not let me. Oh, here we go. As you can see, here's a statue. I'll pick it up. Set it down. As you see the little sparkles again, something happens as far as, I don't know if it's health or what. Every time I see these, I want to try to do something, because some places they mean stuff, and other places they do not appear to mean stuff. I've tried crawling around under here. Have not really found anything. Climb up on the bed. Look, now I kind of was floating. That was a cute little mistake, I think. Um, Otherwise, pretty interesting mattress movement. Um, Again, other than the painting of the eyeball, that looks like there should be something there that I can't figure out. I don't really see anything else in this room, so kind of interesting lighting effect there. Um, like I said, I know eventually I will go and read up on this and go, what did I miss? These boxes I have discovered something about, but I'm not going to really go into that right now. And since I can't figure out how to open any of these doors, if they open at all, I'm going to go to this side now. And this is an interesting room as well. The door slams beside you, and here is our boss monster guy. Trying to stay away from him as much as possible. And I'm being quiet like he can hear me talking, but he can't. Now we can come back over here. There's another ball you can throw or kick around. This door, you can see him moving around, but that's as far as you can go because you cannot open this door that I've figured out how. There are lots of cribs. I managed once to get up on top and look in one. They just look like little kids that I could tell. You can see them rolling around and twisting in there. There's a whole bunch of them. Here's the door that he came through. Again, it has a knob or a handle. Can't jump up and grab on it. When I played before, I was not able to find something I could grab and jump off of. Even though there's lots of crates, not everything is usable or grabbable, I guess. So just kind of keep roaming around. You get a better look here. Just looks like they look like babies to the best that I can tell, and they kind of flop around. I sort of thought at one point they might have been slugs in that first view. But they mostly appear to be babies just sort of tossing and turning in their sleep. So we have some cages here and some handprints. And again, I find the handprints always suspicious, but they don't always help. Now you can see there's a shelf above me, and there's no way to go forward to the right. And there's a shelf there, so I am going to have to climb up. And then you have to jump and grab and then pull yourself up and jump. Again, not an expert. And then crawl through here. You got a lot of tunnels to crawl through or climb through in some cases. Take you into all kinds of spots. And then you fall down into another location. There's a rat. Yay. Kind of look around. Like I said, there's nothing really except to get back out, climbing up those doors that I've found. Now, this is the hunger pangs that my poor little character, 6, will begin to experience. Again, there's things you can climb on here. I'm not going to waste time right now because I know they don't do anything. And you can't move these things. And I assume if you get enough hunger pangs, eventually you will die. I have not gotten to that point. I come up here and you can see there's like a cafeteria over here. And there's this person who kindly decides to throw me some bread, and I can pick it up and eat it. So I just have to sit here for a minute, and my character 6 will begin to feel much better after he or she has eaten. You can't see that I have ever noticed in the little experience I've had playing this game, the character's face. So I don't really know if this 6 is a boy or a girl, not that it really matters. Excuse me. Another room, you can kind of look up. Nice news, right? A little high. Nothing in here is draggable to get to that spot. Like, so you can try on all of these things. The only thing I've discovered is to go into this room. This is another one of those sort of bloody slugs rooms. I have noticed that if I just sort of run through along the side, I can stay away from them. If you go more towards the middle, they will come down at you. You can notice that there's like another one of our little crawl through doors over on the left. And we have this giant room full of cages. And there's something swinging up there. I'll look at that in a moment. Another electrified door. And you can kind of look up and go, huh, I wonder what's up there, because you are on a platform and not really anything else is around. So this game, as you can tell, it does not tell you, because I did start this as a brand new game. Even when you've played the little bit that I have, now this is one of those moves, sorry, that you have to kind of go, okay, I know I can do these couple things and hope I execute them together to get over here. Use my train of thought, but it doesn't, even the very first time you play it, it does not do a very good job of kind of explaining what your capabilities are, what your moves are. You are very much just wandering around. The only move trigger, so to speak, that I remember seeing is one that said to use the arrows to do the looking around kind of situation, which we're not getting a very good view here, but that was really the only prompt I think that I got. So in this case, I need to jump and grab on and climb up to get onto this thing. Turn my light on for a second. You can kind of look around. This thing is just standing here, swaying a little bit. So you're really only... I can do it because, you know, it wasn't working. You can climb up this lovely chain and see where you end up. Again, this is another one of those, am I positioned right to do what I need to do and hit the keys to jump over here. You can see we've got more cages. We do have a ladder. You can climb it. There is nothing here. If you fall too far, as you saw me before, you do die. Yeah, so we'll climb up these cages and then we'll see what's up here. It's a really long chain, isn't it, guys? We've got a switch that, yes, we can jump, and look at there. It raises up our box of things that we were on before. It turns on that little light. And we've got nothing but this handy dandy switch here. turn off my light. And, oh, there I go. I finally slipped and fell. This is one of those moves that you want to kind of be prepared for. It seems like super simple, but again, me, not as coordinated as I would like to be. You grab this handle, and you move the handle, and you see what happens. And in this case, it brings the boxes closer to us, where we're at. Now, we want to move the handle the other way, run and jump onto that. So it's going to be a failure because I had my fingers on the wrong keys. So we're going to put this back over and bring the box back. Okay, for not succeeding on the first try. Alright, and I apologize. I am new to this narration thing as well. Run, jump, and grab. Made it. So I'm not really sure. I'm trying to find a balance between telling you what I'm doing and what's going on. And hopefully not being extraordinarily boring. I tend to lose my voice. If I start to lose my voice, I will be quitting and picking up the next time. Same move here, jumping backwards off of something. Look around, there's not really a whole lot in here. And then we have another doorway to go through. There's a switch on the wall. And we'll look around just so you can see. Not a whole lot else in here besides another electrified door. And these file cabinets. Nothing over here that I've ever found. So try to do this now. So some of these drawers you can grab on and you can open. Some you cannot. So like this one here in the middle, I can grab onto and try to pull, and it'll just move just that teeny bit. So I'm gonna jump. And sometimes if you're not positioned quite right, it doesn't really work out. This one I can also pull open. I don't want to pull it open all the way because I want to be able to stand on this drawer. Now, this move does not always work on the first time, so wish me luck. If you can tell that drawer on the top right is open a little bit, so my goal is to jump over to it and grab on and pull myself up, and luckily I did succeed that time. Same thing, I want to run, jump, grab the switch, and turn on my light so I can see. Sometimes you do not have time to do that, and squeeze through the door before the electricity. And look around. If memory serves, oh, I hear him now. There is a gnome somewhere in this room. And another handy light. Yes, this guy is stuck in a cage. So I'm going to try to let him out and grab onto it. Just, like I said, this game is very funny about where you grab onto things from. And like I said, if you don't follow them fast enough, they will be gone. The electricity is still off. So I will come back in here and just kind of, there he is. And you can't see it because they, again, intentionally leave the lighting very dark. There is a prompt when you start this game, and it has a thing that says, you know, set your lighting to where you can barely see this certain object that they show you. And that is how the creators apparently have set it, so you can see just enough to play the game, but it's not so bright. And there is a noose. Isn't that lovely? So, see if I do this right without dying. I grab onto it and just wait until I get down to the bottom. It takes that one back up. This is what I was talking about. Some of those boxes do this, not all of them. And then when you stop, it's safe to let go and just don't let that other one come down. Doesn't come down low enough to hit you, but that's one of those things that I would be careful to look out for because not fun. Oh, shower. I forgot this is back to the shower room with the slugs. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Gotta love slug, right? Alright, now this is back to this room, and it gets a little tricky. Alright, so I got through there. Oh, okay. That was not the room I was thinking it was. Like I said, I remember some things, not all the things. So here's our little eye friend. Again, that who will kill us and turn us to dust. This... Oops, see what I mean? I show that to you so you can see. If you get back out of the way, you will live. If you're there too long, you end up just like those other little guys, a pile of dust or sort of Terminator-like thing on the ground. Probably gonna get caught here because I didn't do it quite fast enough. If you scrunch down here, normally I time that better. You can hide from it until the trash can, utility cart, whatever the heck this thing is, comes back. And then you can, I try to stay on this side of it. So you don't want to go too far as you saw if it catches you. So then you can hide behind here. And then you can make a break for it. I'm not super running because I haven't needed to. Now this part is a little tricky. I have to perform a move that I've only done successfully once. So shall see if it works or not. I am sort of speed running and jumping over here. And no, I don't mean speed running in the sense of, hey, I did it. Fingers, wrong keys, and I died. So, yay, I got part of it right, and then I failed at the easiest part, which is jumping onto that ledge. It's kind of funny. You gotta wake your person up, otherwise they're asleep when you come back. Oh, I have to go through this room again. That's fine. That happens. So now that he's gone, I will come over and hide. Like I didn't do the last time. Almost getting caught there. Okay. Try again. So we're gonna speed run super fast. Jump. Oh, no. Nope. Not gonna work. I am dead. I'm just going to fall off into the Nowheresville and do that again. Because I'm definitely not a pro gamer. So we'll see. So here we go. Try this part again. Don't want to be on that side because he will see me. Follow this rolling thing again. Can't believe I made it onto that thing in the first place, and then of the easiest part, I screwed it up, and now I'll probably have to do it 20 times before I get across there, which if I do, I apologize, because that will be really boring to watch as I am doing this. So run, jump, climb, jump, and now I can go through the door. And I don't remember what was beyond this door at the moment. Take a look around and see what's in here. Something. Oh, my little gnome friends. I shall follow them. Okay, so this is the end of the first chapter, or first area. I'm going to play a little bit longer since I've got some time. And all is quiet in my world right now. So I'm going to follow these nifty long staircases and go on to what is next. Notice again, like I said earlier, they don't really give you a whole lot of options. Now, you gotta be careful because here's a door. Sometimes you find things, and then sometimes doors slam behind you. There's my gnome friend. Come back. I can't speedrun apparently when I have my flame on. Let's see if I can. I have vague recollections of this, but again, not too much. I wish we had better camera angles we could change to. Kind of trying to crouch in there because I can't remember if I can go through there. I don't think I can. If I get over here, maybe I can kind of look and see better. Aha. Alright. Oop. That was funny. So apparently there was a lever or switch or something going on in there. There we go. That's what it was. So clearly I need something heavier than me to hold that down. I wonder what that object will be. So, as you've seen in the previous rooms, I'm going to put on this just to make sure there's nothing over here. There's a book, there's a chair, there's some file cabinets you can open. Don't remember if there's anything on top of this, so I'm just going to go up here if it will let me. Make sure, am I missing something or not? I don't feel like I am, but like I said, when you've played something, and you forget after a while sometimes. As far as myself, if I've played a game all the way through, and I like it, sometimes I will deliberately not play that game, and I cannot pick up that book, so it definitely, I used the chair before. I don't remember if I can, oh, I can climb these though, and that is good because there is one of these sitting here. Some other things I could probably try to do something with, but doesn't really look that likely. So now I am going to grab my handy dandy chair and See how they gave us our little clue by putting a smudge mark over it. And now it's open. Now the question is, what is in here? 'Cause I don't remember because I have the stuff on the other side of there that I can do as well. So I don't want to kind of come in here and then be stuck. Turn on my light. Oh. There's my little gnome friend. Where are you? Where'd you go? I don't know if they just completely go away if you miss them after a certain number of tries. At least that would be my guess. Either that or he ran back into the other room. Not 100% sure. And I don't like continuing on in that direction without going back and making sure. There you are, you little stinker. There you are. Let me hug you. So ridiculous. I'm sorry. Okay, so now he will often follow me. So now, instead of going back through that other room, since I don't recall 100% what is up here, other than my gnome that I was chasing, I want to come up here and remind myself before I do anything else, and sometimes lock myself out of areas and games, what I am missing. And so there's nothing there but that spot in the wall. Oh, the bathroom. And there's another gnome. Where did you go? Again, I really, really, really want to look up stuff about this gnome and the statues and find out exactly what it is they are doing for me. Because it does not give you any indication whatsoever. And is that him blending in? Is that a tear in the wallpaper? I cannot tell. And these guys are pretty darn good at hiding, I have to say. Before I do anything else. And then you can climb back up on this suitcase to try to... There's a little bounce to it. Or to see if you can, get the door open again another way, because right now we're sort of stuck here. So, as you can see, we got a switch, and we are too short to grab it. And there are several, from my recollection, things in this room. In this case, I can grab onto this lovely handy dandy suitcase, and I'm going to try to bring it over here. And you can see there's a door in the wall, but I'm not going to go through that door quite yet. Climb up here. Now I should be able to hit the switch. Puts down a bed. When you hear sounds like that, that is never good. I kind of like to go hide, make sure no bad guys are coming, and then see if it is clear to go. So I think we're all right for the moment, because I cannot remember when I run into Mr. Bad Guy, but if you take a look at the picture on the wall, sort of up to the left, that is his face, sort of. And then we've got all kinds of lovely little pictures of people we're going to see, at least that I saw the little bit that I got to play. Um, so you can climb up here. You could probably jump over to that top of that bed cabinet thing. I cannot think for the life of me what that is called right now. There's a name for that. And then I need to go down. I'm trying to remember. Oop, that was bad. I should not have done that. Alright, wake up my little guy. And I'm sorry I called him a guy because, like I said, I don't know. You can hear the gnome's little chirpy noises. It really annoys me when I can't figure out where they went. Oh, you can also do this set of cabinets. And you can see there's more, and there's another hanging body. Gotta love this. Don't always see why it's Little Nightmares. It's like a pair of pants or something, or galoshes, not galoshes, those pants that fishermen wear. There we go. This is what I was trying to do before, and for some reason it didn't work. So, we're going to move the suitcase again. You have to be careful because there is a spot, I think, right in front of the suitcase right now that if you get it in there just the wrong way, it sort of gets stuck. And that was very frustrating because I kind of had to go through all kinds of stuff when I did this to get it unstuck. As I said earlier, I did get through part of the game. I'm not sure, since like I said, I've refused to look it up how many chapters are in this game. So I don't really know how far. That key over there is what I am trying to get to when I fell a little bit ago. Let's see if I can do this right this time. No, I'm gonna die again. Why couldn't I land on the bed? I think this is a sign that I made it through the first chapter and that I'm not supposed to be playing it again right now. But heck with that. I'll do my best. At least try to get a little further. I kind of want you to see this guy before I stop streaming for the day. Because I find him kind of creepy. I'm a big fan of horror movies and TV shows. I like American Horror Story, and you name the horror movie, I've probably watched it. But, you know, for a game that is sort of a horror game and it's called Little Nightmares, I mean, they do what I think is a pretty good job of making some creepy characters that are not going to terrify you into wanting to have a heart attack, basically. And I was just trying to see, because I could not remember if I could go sideways. No, I cannot go sideways. I know other places I can go sideways, but here I cannot. So we're going to do this. And it looks like there's a statue up there. I don't remember seeing a statue. If you grab onto something like that and it doesn't work, you can't pull yourself up. And yes, it is a statue. Yay! I think I missed that one before. Whatever it does. So I'm going to come back down here. And again, this is the face of our guy. He's not wearing glasses. He's got some kind of bandages wrapped around his eyes. So I'm going to let you interpret that what you will for right now. And I'm going to grab this little key that I worked so hard to get over here and find. And then I'm going to fall and drop it across the room. It's terrific. Now, actually, I'm going to put it down for a minute because I want to look at something. Okay. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a key for that. I think it's a key for something that's coming up. And I just know I needed it from before. And if you kind of push your way into here. Oh, it's for the lock. That's what it was for. Oh, I'm too close. So I'm going to throw the key up there, light my thing, because I want to take a look around and make sure I'm not forgetting something in here. Like I said, you can grab onto things, but if you can't pull up like I just tried, usually you can't go there. Sometimes you have to try from a different spot, but that is not one that I really remember. You can also hit the right button. Pick up stuff, break it, see if there's anything inside it. There are a lot of those kind of objects. I have not yet found any one that contains something. And again, here's another instance where you can grab something, but nothing really happens. So we're going to pick up our key. And there are several times ahead when I've had to find keys. Push the door open. And use my thing here. Okay. We've got this little symbol monkey, which reminds me of Phantom of the Opera, because there's one of those that's sort of a feature in that play and in that movie, based off of it. And we've got a nifty little button and nothing to reach it with. You can see we can't grab these, can't climb them. Same thing here. Now you can see it rarely gives directions. This time it did give me a direction saying, hey, you can pick up something and hold it. And then I know I can throw because you've seen me throw things. Why it's not letting me pick up that monkey, I have no idea. It's very easy to forget that you're playing with other people watching sometimes and they're looking at you and you're not talking. I do not know why. Normally you just hit that button to pick things up and it is not. It's doing this. Like it wants to pick something up. Let's try this. I do not know why I can't pick that guy up. I know I have to pick him up. I've run into this on multiple occasions. I did it back in the playroom one time when I just kind of went to practice the moves before I started streaming because I was wanting to remind myself of what exactly the moves were because, again, keyboard gaming, trying to remember. And for some reason, it will not let me pick this guy up. There we go. Alright, so this is what I was trying to do earlier. Where I was able to throw something into something else. Oh boy. I know one of the rooms coming up is bad. I see like these little boxes and stuff you can hide in if you need to. And notice there's another button up on the left, and I'm pointing to it like you can see my finger. Isn't that hilarious? Um, oh, it's too funny. So I'm in here, turn on my little flame. I've got a door. I see if I can push it open. I might have to hit that button from the other side. And I have a memory of what might be happening right now. Not 100% sure. And I fell again. Gotta love it. I hope this doesn't happen routinely throughout this game, because there are other times that you have to pick up objects and use them like I did with him, and it is not allowing me to do so. So I think what I'm going to do, this is a good place to take a quick break. I'm going to pause my game, and I will come back later and I will pick up from here. If you've been watching, I thank you, and I will be back.